Hey everybody! Welcome to another episode of Who's That Anime? Which is Steve, the host, and Colin, the other host.
I am the Steve.
He's, he is the Steve, I am the Colin.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, which is Who's That Anime?
Yeah, and we're talking about Delicious and Dungeon still.
Yeah, we
Um,
are. Just like to put a forward in here, just before we go
okay,
anywhere further.
okay, go for it.
So, this year was be the year of happiness and joy in our anime selection. And going forward, Delicious and Dungeon was mostly that. And
It,
maybe not quite that at the moment.
it has turned a tad.
It's it's almost like Steins Gate, but not as bad as that.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. 180 quite like Steins Gate.
No,
Um,
no, it
but
doesn't.
we're definitely, I guess, through the looking glass on this one.
Hmm.
Um, it's still got its funny bits,
Yes, it
but
does.
it's not. It's not all funny anymore.
No, it's quite serious.
Yeah, there's some stuff happening.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Speaking of which, we're going to be covering episodes 13 and 14 today. Um, Finishing off the triad of episodes titled Red Dragon. So this one is Red Dragon 3 slash Good Medicine for
Oh,
episode 13. And as we'll remember in the previous episode, they had resurrected Fallon from the dragon meat using dark magic. And then they had all gone to sleep
yep,
in that house that they had
yeah.
used in the dungeon.
Right next to
Uh,
the dragon, dead dragon.
right next to the dead dragon. Um, and obviously, I meant to say this because I guess I didn't know, is that dark mage is a guy. I made the assumption that it was a woman, and it's not.
Yeah, yeah. Apparently, it's a guy. Yeah.
And I've done that with several characters now. It turns out because also that uh, short is it a half foot in
Oh,
the other party that has
yeah.
the dog companion
The cobalt.
Cobalt. Yeah, I also thought that was a girl, and that's a guy. So just
Yeah.
make it just misgendering and making assumptions left, right, and center. Apparently in this show,
Terrible person, Steve.
I am.
Misgendering.
To be
Misgendering.
fair, like they've the character looks definitely skirt like in the middle, so it's quite difficult to say. But
Yeah.
that being said, this episode does start. Obviously, we've seen the Dark Mage. They have returned, and he's, wondering why the hell there's black magic been used. And we kind of awaken Fallon, who just decides to get out of bed.
Yeah. Well, first off, we start with Senji with a conundrum.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. He basically goes, "Huh? What am I going to do with all this dragon meat?
too
We're not
much
going
meat.
to eat it. It's too much.
Yeah.
We're not going to eat it." Uh,
He does not notice Fallon sneaking out because Fallon doesn't go past him because Fallon exits via the window.
yeah, at the top floor.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was quite that high until after Laios looks out and you're like, oh damn, that's at least 35 feet.
Well,
Um,
she's a magic user. It's fine.
she is. So yeah, Fallon exits through the gift shop out the window, and goes to see the dark mage.
Oh, the dragon.
Oh, the dragon. Yeah.
Yeah, she goes to get summoned to the dragon, and then she's like, "Hey, dragon, how's it going? What you doing?
Yeah. Not much. Turns out.
You're not meant to be doing that."
Yeah. I
Uh,
need you to do. You were. I've tasked you with something. Why aren't you doing it?
yeah, and And then I think Fallon mutters like, "Oh no, no!" She just goes, "Oh!"
She
Kind of all,
has a bit of a freak out.
yeah, yeah.
Um, because
Evil
she does the eye
army.
thing, the eye shaking thing,
Yeah,
the crazy anime character thing.
yeah,
Because when I was watching it with my wife, I was like, oh yeah, she's losing her mind.
yeah. And then Lilas is waking up by his sword falling over. Oh, it's just my sword. And then he looks,
Yep.
and then I think Marcel's half asleep going, what was that?
Asking questions of Marcel at this point is not giving you much value. He's like,
No,
have you seen Fallon? What?
what?
What's
Waking up.
happening?
Yeah.
What are you
Um,
talking about?
yeah. Then he asks Senji, and then he goes, like, I'm going out to look, and looks out the window and says, oh. And he goes out the door, sees Fallon, goes, yo, Fallon, what's up? And he says, I must find Lord Paluzzo.
Delgal.
Lord
Isn't it?
El Paluzzo. Oh no, wait, that's XL,
No,
sorry.
Il Palazzo's XL.
XL makes more
Call the
sense.
trapdoor.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And so that's the thing is that this dark mage who had been in the paintings again recognizes Laios
eventually, yeah.
eventually, and
Because she's
Laios is
like,
like, ah, shit.
because she basically like, you thieves, you're not, you, everything belongs to Lord El Palazzo.
Yeah, yeah, it does. And what happens is uh, the dark mage he uses his power to use the fact that not Marcel, Fallon had been reborn of dragon flesh,
Hmm.
uses that and some pretty powerful magic to bring about a new form for her.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, so she kind of like sucker punches Lilas, and he goes flying.
He, Shakao.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no,
Fallon
wait,
looks up.
no,
It's
it's Fallon
Fallon
that punches her, right?
pushes
But
him.
that
Yeah,
punches him. No, you're right. You're totally right. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And then she's like, "You, oh," and then I think Marcel comes and fires a ball because he was
Yeah.
the mad mage is doing the stuff.
She does because she says I won't miss next time.
Yeah, yeah. He won't miss
Yeah.
next. Oh no, she says that I won't miss next. No,
I won't miss next time.
step away from the people. um, and then essentially the Dark Mage's like, all right, well, I got something for you, and then she just starts summoning more red dragons, little
Yep.
red dragons
But
out the blood of the red dragon.
using the magic book he does. It's
Yeah,
it's clearly some powerful magic. Um
and then possibly the best bit of this episode,
uh-huh.
is then she just watches his dragon meat roll out the door into the blood pool.
That's hilarious. He's just like, ah, that doesn't seem right.
No,
Why are you doing that? And then it's like,
yeah,
oh well. I guess
yeah,
like we weren't gonna eat it anyway. So
yeah,
oh well.
that's
Problem
fine.
solved.
Yeah, Marcel goes, oh, right, I can't do this and that with it, so I'll dispel it. And then when all the dragons kind of fly toward her, she kind of like snaps it with her staff and kind of like dispels them in a
Yeah,
fancy.
she keeps shouting, dispel, dispel, dispel. And then she gets really into it.
Yeah.
Uh, and it's like, oh, she's got the madness too.
Mm. She can't keep up with it and was going quite mad.
Oh yeah, she was losing it. Uh, I also it's the other type of magic that she learns is abjuration. I'm sure I mispronounced it like 35 times in the last episode. So I think it's
Yeah.
abjuration magic.
Abjuration, yeah. Um, so basically that goes on, and then for whatever reason, Mad Dark Mage just kind of goes, yeah, I had enough of you, and just kind of like opens the ground underneath them.
Oh, it is Il Palazzo.
It is Il Palazzo, see?
trapdoors them out into the
and
below.
into the trash compactor.
Oh yeah, and my wife was like, "Oh, so this is Star Wars now?" And it's like, "Yeah, I guess it
Yeah.
is."
Help me! One I'm trapped in the trash compactor. 3 people.
But yeah, they or Chilchuck manages to find a way out.
No, well, sort of.
Is-
What
Well,
happened? He does like, oh, we're going to die, we're going to die. Ah, no, we're going to die. And then, uh, she's mentioned the dark beast kind of walks away, like says, "Oh, I'll create you a new body,
yeah,
return you to your normal body, pal." And then she starts bubbling in the thing, and then there's some ghosts kicking about,
oh yeah, that's right.
and they come over and says, "Don't worry, we'll find our Lord El Plazo." And let's call him Lord El Plazo now. For you, with a smile and a grin and a wink.
Yeah, yeah, and a nod.
And the happiness. She also mentioned when Fallon leaves, she gets tugged by a ghost, and she just kind of knocks it off.
That's right. Yeah, the ghosts try to stop her, and she's like, "No."
Yeah. So anyway, first we mentioned ghosts. This is how they get the trash compactor, where the ghosts kind of open a door in the wall and
Yeah,
pull Marcel through, and then Childruck was like, "Yeah, we gotta go through the hole," and then the dwarfs
and
sent.
she's like, "I mean, we don't know how high this up. It's like fucking better than being crushed, man."
Yeah, pretty much, and they just like pile through this thing and land
But
into.
I like the fact that then she just kind of picks up Lioness. It's like, uh.
Yeah, and then they all fall down and land on them.
They do end up in like a stack of like inverted dominoes on top of each other.
Yeah,
Um, in a room where there's an axe in the wall and something doesn't seem quite right.
yeah. Shows up was like, we better get ourselves ready to move out of here quick. And then,
Hmm.
boom, orcs appear.
More orcs.
Yeah, and Chiltruck and Marcel is kind of panicking. Laios is out cold from the punch.
Yes, still.
Yeah, and then Senji is just like staring at the orcs, going, "Oh, it's orcs."
As he
And then
always does.
they're all kind of like picked on the other ones. Oh, I haven't killed a long ear before. And this half one, feed them to the dogs. And then Senji just goes like, "Yo, are you not by any chance like the sister of like the orc chief?" And she
Yep.
goes, "How dare you? Or how do you know that name?" And then they sniff him. Wait, you're the vegetable guy.
Yep.
So like, yeah,
Distinctive
okay,
smell
you
for the
got a
vegetable
pass.
guy.
You got
Yeah.
a pass.
And oh, he's like, yeah, your brother sent me here to do some stuff. Like kill the dragon.
Yeah, kill the
We we,
dragon.
we did that. It turns
Yep.
out. I was like, oh
Oh,
yeah, well, let me thank you in my brother's absence
yep. And
by
then
not
they
killing you.
munching up like medicine and then spitting
Oh
into his
yeah,
mouth.
yeah. She baby birds some medicine
Yeah,
into like there's a is that this is the bit where like Laios like wakes up. He's like, come on, I gotta go and do the thing. Come on, come on, and like they're like, no, sit down, and you can see Marcel just like
yeah.
just medicine falling out of her mouth in the corner of the screen for the whole conversation.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of that bit is a bit after this, in fact, because
There are some
it's
truly great just Marcel's face bits
yeah,
in these episodes.
yeah. Marcel is just like there. It's like, oh no, no, I'm okay. I don't need this mess. Don't,
I'm
I'm
fine.
not, I'm
Please
fine, I'm
don't.
fine. Bleh. It's like, all right. And then this is where Chilcox basically kind of goes, shit, we need to get out of here. Can you get us to the place? Type thing. When we're just going to
Oh,
lie to them and say that Fallon's there because they're all crazy. And then this is basically the rest of the episode is basically him kind of coming to terms with like how to do things.
but he's coming to terms with the fact that he's trying to convince himself that he's acting out of self-preservation and is like, I want to leave here, but I can't survive on my own to leave, so they need to come with me. And he spends a lot of time trying to convince himself that that's why. But is it Lead, the sister, the orc sister, who says it's like, hey, maybe you should just tell them you don't want them to die?
Yeah. It's like, don't
It's
need to
like,
lie to them.
how
You,
ridiculous.
you gotta tell them the truth. Because, like, he was like to Senshi, and Senshi was like, you want to lie to them? And
Yeah.
then he was kind of getting upset, and then she got way upset. And
Oh
then
yeah.
Senshi steps in because she was like, no, why would I help you, you coward, type thing. And then
Yeah.
Senshi steps in
He
like, can you help him
he
for
might
me?
be a coward, but he's not a bad person.
Yeah, yeah. So he goes and finds her stuff, and then he sees the blood trail that obviously from the dragon, and the
Yes.
corpse is gone. Um, and they had the big discussion about it where he's just like, they're all insane. They really are just insane lot, and they
Yep.
will do that. And they're, yeah, I shouldn't have sent them the money. Blah blah blah. And then they return back to where Laios and Marcel was, and Senti was is wrestling Laios because he was like, "I gotta go. No, you're really injured. You can't be doing this." And then he kind of slumps into the corner, and Chilchuck basically says, "Like, you can't be doing this. You gotta listen to me. You're going to die if you keep continuing like this. Think about the rest of us." And he goes, oh, okay. Yeah, maybe it's time to go back."
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I
He's
mean,
like, there are other people's lives at stake here.
yeah, yeah. And
And I guess
Laios,
it's again Laios coming to terms with the fact that he's sort of impotent to resolve the situation. There's nothing he
yeah,
can really do, like right now, to fix anything. So
yeah. So, um, isn't that basically the end of the episode?
I think that's pretty much this episode. I like the orc chief sister. She's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. The arcs are pretty sound.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they're more sound
orcs are
than
cool.
the other ones, and I like the way they describe them. It's like he's Laios is tall man. Uh,
Tall man,
Marcel
long ears.
tall man, yeah, without long ears, and Marcel's tall person with long ears.
Yeah,
Uh,
Chilchuck is half foot.
Half foot, I think, and well, dwarf.
The dwarf. I
Yeah,
think there's many references to like Senshi. Nobody seems to want to use his name. He just keeps getting called for a dwarf or the dwarf.
yeah, vegetable seller.
Yeah, vegetable seller.
Yeah.
But
Word's been sent out to the chief as well.
about the
The Red
that's right.
Dragon's death. Yeah,
The red dragon is dead because they're like, oh cool, we'll repopulate and not have to go so far up again.
yeah, yeah. So that's sorted out. Um, yeah, that's it.
So yeah, what do you think of this one then?
I like the meat walking into the rolling into the rolling out the door and into the blood. That's good bits, man. It's good bits. There's nothing wrong with it as such, but again, it's
Done a bit of a come down from.
it's we're not following the plan, Steve. We're not following the plan.
I don't know. The meat rolling in was pretty funny.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the threat of Chilchuck being eaten by the dogs was quite funny.
Um,
Uh,
I mean,
Senshi's 1,000 yard stare, no matter what circumstances he's in, it's quite funny.
yeah. I mean, it's very charming. It's you
Yeah,
know, I mean, I suppose it depends on what you think. It's a
it's
fun,
we have not.
happy anime.
Well, put it this way: my normal anime watching is like Death Note or Attack on Titan. So it's like, hey, it's a lot cheerier than those.
Yeah, yeah. It's it is. I suppose it is still cheery, man. You can't. It's not a downer as such, but it's just like Fallon's kind of been taken away by the mad mage, and they all go, "Oh,
Yeah,
he's the mad mage."
it's got that OG Trigun vibe, where there's kind of a relatively serious plot line underhanging mostly a joke.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I suppose it's more, yeah, kind of the early, late 90s, early 90s anime.
Yeah, it definitely like I mean, there's a lot that can be really said about this show. Like it looks very pretty. I think the dubbing is exceptionally great. All the characters are
Hmm.
interesting and fun. It has a good sense of humor. Like we're halfway through this now, and like I'm pretty interested to see how this comes about because this is not where I saw any of this going.
Well, I uh, I had my thoughts
Okay.
on it. You know, like it's like especially at the start when the premise is I'm off down to save my sister who's been eaten by a dragon, and it's like, oh, they didn't digest that fast. Oh, wait, is that a skeleton?
Well, yeah, yeah. Like I mean, I think like that's the first hard turn of this show was oh she's dead.
Yeah,
Like oh
I mean,
oh okay.
you,
I mean,
uh,
of course, but you didn't make me think that would be the case.
no, no, no. Well, at the same time, it's like I don't know. The first hard turn I think was in the first segment of the series, man, where it's just like chomp. No, brother, chomp.
That's a good point. Is like it kind of immediately goes in that, but then it
Yeah,
sort of then we get walking mushrooms and everything's cool again for a little bit.
yeah, happy life, and no one's like stressing out about that.
No.
But like you can see, Linus is now proper upset about losing his sister. He's come to terms
Yeah,
because
yeah, that's right.
before he was like a big denial of it, or
Yeah,
maybe it's because the fact that you don't really die in the dungeon and such.
well, I think like it's extenuating circumstances, isn't it? Because like there was no way, there was just no way that they could have waited. Like they could, like they had to do something. They had to act, and
Yeah,
in doing so, they have kind of done something they're not supposed to have done, and that's
yeah,
bound to have an impact later on. I'm sure, as it's already starting to have an impact now.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so,
That's,
so yeah, what do you rate this one then?
I'm going to give it maybe a 9. That's
Ooh,
fun.
okay, I'm on an 8. Uh,
Yeah,
it's still really good. Um,
I think
and
it's
now we're
the
sort of
the meat.
now that they're in agreement to stay in, or yeah,
Oh,
well,
leave.
to stay together and leave. Uh, we head into episode 14, Sea Serpent.
Yeah, before we get too far to the sea serpent, what's on your t-shirt today, Steve? Is
Oh
is
yeah,
that uh Snoopy Gohan and Charlie Brown Piccolo?
it sure is.
All right,
Yeah, it's one of my favorite mashup T-shirts.
that's not bad. Like,
A lot of my anime ones I realize now are all mashups.
yeah,
But yeah, it's I God, this T-shirt must be like 7 years old.
was it? I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever seen it.
No, no, I've
No,
had it for a while.
maybe he had it under things.
Yeah, probably. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good T-shirt. In fact, like I was wearing it this morning when my youngest, went to school, and when he came back from school, he looked at my T-shirt. He went, "I like your T-shirt," and I was like, "I was wearing this morning."
Yeah, but he wasn't caring about that.
No, and it's like also I've worn this before.
I don't believe you, Steve. Even the youngest is like doesn't remember that.
We had a conversation as well. It's like he's like, we're learning French in school. I was like, oh, like that's cool. What words do you know? He's like, oh, good night. I was like, oh, what's good night in French? He's like, I don't remember. I was like, well, I can't remember either. So I'll ask Siri and see what it is.
Bonjour.
And it was bonjour is hello, but bon nuit
Uh-huh.
is good night. And I was like, oh, of course, like your mum says that all the time. Like she always says bon nuit when she's going to bed or she's saying good night to you guys. And he's like, I don't think so. I don't think she's ever said that. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure she said that like a million times. I don't know how much you kids are paying attention. And then I had the same conversation with the eldest as well. He's like, I don't think mum's ever said that. I'm like, she absolutely has. Like a million times. You're not paying attention is, not really helpful.
Yeah, see all that extra effort you put in?
It's all wasted.
Yeah, my nephew
Just
said
gets
that.
pushed out by Fortnite
Yeah, see,
and
man.
memes.
Fortnite and memes.
But yeah, the interesting thing is my wife is still watching this show and quite enjoying it, I think. So we didn't
It's
have
good.
as much success with Attack on Titan, which I'm kind of understanding why now. So
What? Where does she fall off Attack on Titan? Episode
uh,
3?
beginning of season 2.
Oh wow, she lasted quite long. I thought
Yeah,
she.
like she watched it, but I think like it got to the point where it was like, ah, this is just such a bummer, and I'm like, no, it really is, and you know what? It's gonna get worse. So maybe
When it
maybe we
get
should stop
worse.
now. Yeah, it's like this is not gonna get better.
No,
This this progressively gets worse
I still
as the
haven't
show
watched it all.
continues.
I
Oh
I
man,
think I might watch season 1.
it's real good. Like I would like, you know, I would absolutely recommend it.
The blonde hair kid annoyed me.
Oh, Armin?
Yeah, he's a bit whingy. Oh
I
no,
mean,
everything's dead.
yeah, he gets a bit less that way as he becomes more of the tactician type.
Alright.
But yeah, like I was watching clips of Dragon Ball Abridged, and it was my favorite one was, "Am I stronger than me? I'll fucking kill me."
Who's that?
It's just Vegeta. Just it's like, wait, am I stronger than me? I'll fucking kill me.
I always mean like I instantly knew it was Vegeta.
It's also his other one was it's like someone says, "Wait, do you really believe you're in hype that much?" And he goes, "Bitch, I am the hype."
Yeah. Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z Bridge. This is so good.
It was pretty good, like um
Ah,
Emmy.
the good stuff. So yeah, so now that we're on the second half of the season now. So
Hmm.
the titles have changed and the outro have changed.
Yep.
I like the animation for the new intro.
Mhm.
I'm
Well,
not a big fan of the song. Uh,
we're in the bowl of
and
soup. Ramen.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it's pretty cool. And then the outro, I don't like either as much. I don't think it's as good.
Let's say I don't get much of the outro because it's
Uh,
just kind of next episode. Click.
oh, it kind of like. I mean, that's all I really get is the. But yeah, it's good. But yeah, the new music it's fine. It's just not as good as the
Uh,
rest.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So this takes the narrator comes back and goes previously
That's right.
in delicious and dungeon.
Yeah.
And then takes us back to the bit where the gnome heals the other party,
Yeah, the Cabru's party.
Cabri's party, yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Yo, we healed you. Time to pay up. I'll just take the cost of the thing that I healed you with. Uh, and let's go." And then they're like, "Who moves us? Oh, it's that same group that stole from us. How dare they? But we have no food.
Yeah.
Oh, they keep stealing our food. What? That's weird."
That is weird. Uh,
So they decide to leave themselves.
yeah, it's quite funny because of course they're still in this bit where the mermen and stuff were, because that's where they get resurrected.
Yeah.
Uh, and then they start walking back across, and this mist descends, and my wife was like, "They're really bad at crossing this water."
Yes, they are. Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, they really are. They just like cannot seem to get that far across for some reason.
Yeah, and they're talking away about stuff, and then suddenly it's just him and a bunch of other people, monsters. And he's like, "Oh
Yeah.
no!" And then one comes at him with a axe, starts flailing, and he's like, "Wait, I know these movements.
Yep.
This is this person."
Yep. It was one of his party, and he's like, "Ah, this is illusion magic."
Yeah,
Uh,
and then he's like, "Okay, so that's this person is frozen in the confusion. That's this other person. They won't do it. The one that ran
well,
off is with the halfling."
yeah. After the person runs in with the axe, and then he stops them, they just go what and run away.
No, no, I think that
Is it not that person? I thought it was the same person that attacked him that ran away.
no, I think that was the halfling that,
Oh, you
that
just see
ran
them go
away.
ah.
Yeah, that's run away. So that's that person that ran. So that means like this what's her name is
Oh,
the mage.
Rin. Is it Rin?
Yeah, yeah, that
He's
means
like,
Rin's
oh,
there.
yeah, shit. We have to
She's
watch out for her because so she could turn us all into dust immediately. So I'm gonna need to figure something out.
yeah. So he charges at her and gives her a kiss.
Yep, it's the only way to stop her from doing an
Yeah,
incantation.
and they do it so they kind of see each other. You think, oh, he broke it, but then it's like, nope, that's
It's,
just me. Easier to animate.
so wow, I really wish they didn't. I really wish she didn't look like a fish.
Yeah,
You're like, oh man, that's rough.
yeah. And then there was a bunch of other people there. It was all right, okay. This person's this person that. Oh,
Yeah,
that's the guy that's cast it slowly.
he identifies the caster because they don't have a weapon to attack, and they'll stay from distance.
Mhm.
My favorite part about this is that they kind of deal with all that and stop all the things. It turns out it's that group of people who resurrected them the first time and falsely sent them going after Laios's party, saying that they had done the wrong thing, etc., etc.
Yeah,
And this is my favorite bit because he's like, "Well, okay, here I go killing again." And Kubo just like goes mad on all of them. But my
yeah,
favorite bit of that is him getting the trident and jabbing it through the guy's throat.
yeah.
Because I think what that person is like, come on, just kill these guys because they're like, no, they're just unconscious. It's like take them back to the resurrection office and get the money. We'll split it 30-70.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
and he's like, okay.
yep,
Like, whoa, okay, fuck. And he's like, no, actually, stab through the throat. And I think it's like his party members will go, like, I actually burst out laughing at this. Was like, wow, I'm glad he did the right thing.
yeah. They were more. They more or less was like, oh yeah, that's more him than what he
Yeah,
was doing. It's like, oh no,
it's
don't do
just
that.
so funny. It's like, oh, like he didn't kill those defenseless guys. He did stab that man through the throat, though.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
glad he did. I'm glad he did the right thing.
And then took out the other one,
Yeah,
and then the mace guy who's like being held down by their dwarf was like, no, 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 don't kill me. No, it's
and
cool.
he clearly does kill that guy.
Yeah, it kind of cuts back and he obviously kills them and throw them in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because of course, like this sort of thing is illegal. It's not supposed to happen. Adventurers are not supposed to attack because I think he threatens to report him to the Lord
yeah,
at first. He's
yeah.
like,
Well,
but you could make money.
yeah. And at this point, I think they start saying island lords.
The Island Lords, yeah.
Yeah, so that kind of and everyone seems to be from islands.
Yes, that's right. Because
Uh,
we kind of we see a bit of that in this because so the main thing is he wants to identify the other party because I think
mm,
he comes to the conclusion he's like, well, could be a few things. He's like, maybe they did steal from us, but maybe they didn't.
yeah,
Maybe there was not. Maybe that it was a trap that we had sprung all along, or all of the above are true. You know, like it
yeah,
could be any measure of these things, but listening to
yeah,
the type of party, it's weird that there's only this many of them. And
yeah,
also, you don't see many parties with an elf.
yeah, yeah. So, um, they have a meal. It's like, oh, we're really hungry, and they go, oh,
Yep.
and it goes field rations, and presents it as
Da-da-da-da.
presents it as a meal. Uh, uh, and over this meal, this is where they discuss it. Like, oh yeah, elf mage could be this person, but nah, she's not that good. And then
Yeah.
looks at the thing and it's like, yeah, that looks like someone that went to maid school. It did the
Oh, that was
like,
the protection spell
yeah,
that Marcel had. What was it, like hair she had wrapped around
yeah,
the wrist or something like that? Yeah,
and
because he'd kept the gauntlet or
yeah,
something.
he's still wearing it. It's like, you still got that? Why you got that? Oh, it's evidence.
Yeah, I need this.
uh, yeah. So basically, it's some thing. So it's like, oh, okay. Actually, it could be these two. And then he goes, it's Linus and Fallon, the siblings.
Yeah, because
And
they've
then
seen them in the pubs before.
yeah, in the bars.
They were making some insinuations about where their money was going and how they were paying people and things like that.
Uh, yeah, later on, because they
Is
started
that?
going, because when they got healed by the other person, they saw Amari, who is a dwarf,
Yes, yes, yes,
and
yes, yes, yes.
and they were like, oh yeah, that's one of the party. And I was like,
Yeah,
that's weird. And then they also mentioned about Shiro.
Shiro.
Yeah. Um. So, and they were like, all right. So they basically covered everyone in this, talking about who each one is, and then they do make insinuations, basically because Lyos was a party in a party of guild merchants, and the guild people got all the money and said, "Oh, we were ill," and then they started making their ill-gotten ways. He got labeled with them somehow. Not
Yeah,
sure. Um,
because
uh,
what is he? It's Laios and Fallon Toden is
yeah,
the name. Yeah.
yeah, um,
Um, because I think basically he realizes like, oh, Laios probably wants to like defeat the dungeon mage, like the dark mage, and rule the dungeon. That's probably not a good thing.
yeah.
So
Because I
you
want to
know,
do that.
that's my job.
We're going
Uh,
to dispel the curse in this dungeon
yep,
because if you don't, then the monsters get out and ransack the villages up above.
yep, yep.
Like
So
so he's almighty.
they decide to continue on, don't they?
Uh, no, I think
No,
still
they decide to go back up.
they're still going back up,
Yeah, that's right.
and then they get like accosted by a lot of bladefish, and he goes,
Uh,
"Oh no, not the bladefish are what you need to worry. It's what below you." And then this big giant sea serpent kind of
yep.
flies over them, and then he's like, "All right, I can get this." And then Jared jumps on his shoulders and throws a grenade down its throat as it comes up, and he's
Yeah,
like, "What?"
it's pretty baller. Uh,
And then some weird demon lady is there,
yeah,
and then Shiro comes in and does the final blow.
yeah. As my wife pointed out, is that what? And she said, "Wow, that one has very thick thighs."
Which one?
It's like the one with the horns, the actual
Oh,
horns.
oh, the Oni one. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, the Oni. It's like
yeah,
she has very thick thighs. It's like she does.
yeah. Um, so yeah, so That's how they make Shuro, and they go,
Yeah,
"Oh, you're Shuro."
he is not looking so great.
Yeah,
That
no,
dude
he's
looks
not.
like he hasn't slept in a year.
Oh, wow, huh? That's foreboding.
Yeah, it's definitely like very well illustrated. There are very few characters I've seen in something where I've been like, man, that dude needs a nap.
He's a wreck. I
Yeah,
saw him like, oh, he's older than I thought he is.
yeah, yeah.
But it might not be that. Um,
No.
so yeah, so they kind of meet him and they go, "Can we join your party or something?"
Well, yeah, I think like he's not even talking to him. He
Yeah,
won't even acknowledge him. He's like, we're just passing through. He's like, we'll be on our way. And
yeah,
he's like, oh, but you're looking for the Toaden party, right?
yeah,
And he's like, oh, okay. Do you know something? And all of a sudden he's like, whoa, 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 tell me.
yeah, yeah,
Uh, and Kubro's like, Cabro's like, yeah, maybe we should have some information for you.
yeah.
And he's like, we can help you. So it seems like that those two parties are now one big party.
Yep, yeah. And then that's kind of end this episode, right?
We jump back to present day with the with our party, and a couple of days have passed, and they're trapped in the underground city, and all the exits have vanished, and they're not sure how to get out. And I think this one ends on them basically like not being sure how they're gonna leave because they're worried about being hungry.
Yeah. No, I thought that's how it starts the next episode.
Oh, it does. Like it picks up exactly from there.
Yeah, I don't remember them. Oh, maybe yeah. Then I think narrator chips in at that point was
Yeah, it's literally the cliffhanger, like of like,
yeah,
oh, there's no food.
yeah,
There's no food, and you don't know how to leave.
yep.
Um,
And they're just lost.
yeah, that's the end of this episode.
Yeah, it's not as good.
No, I enjoyed the other characters coming into it.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
uh, but
it's
it is very much like I say, he kind of talks through his hand. Like this is a low budget episode in a lot of places where there's not a lot of movement, and he doesn't move his mouth, and he's just ha 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 for a lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
it. So
That's because
yeah.
he's thinking, man.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's just his thinking face. At first, I lift my eyebrow like this, then I lift the other eyebrow. I can't do that. That was Harry Birdman. That was very ductile.
Did you get that thing I sent you?
Did you get that thing I sent you? Yeah, no, that was Reducto in I think his the first case he had where he was like in the court case and he goes, "This is my sinking face," and he just had his hand over his face and he lifts one of the eyebrow and the other one. Uh, Harry Birdman. Anyway,
Classic,
classic,
classic.
classic. Uh, yeah, that's the end of the episode, man. End of the episode for sure.
And how do you feel about that one?
I'm going to give it a 7.
I think that's fair. I don't think it's as good. Like it's still intriguing, and we're still like on our way to do some stuff. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's not
it's
it's not
it's
the same.
an episode to fill in the new characters in,
Yeah,
essentially.
it's quite traditional. I think for like it's kind of the first episode again, where we're now like setting up the premise for the second half of the season.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty good. I think a seven's fair. But on that note, we managed once again to listen to an entire episode of Who's That Anime, an anime podcast about anime, which can be found where all good podcasts can be found. Our home is at anchor.fm// Who's That Anime. And if you like to support what it is we do, you can do that by leaving a review. You can do that by telling a friend about how much you enjoy this. And hopefully get them to listen to. If you want to support us financially, you can at patreon.com// Who's That Anime, where you get early episode releases of Who's That Anime podcast and our other podcast, 5 Minute Fusion, which is a journey through Dragon Ball. We are currently on a bit of a hiatus on that, but we'll be picking back up in like we're what? Like we're on Namek still?
Yeah, we're still fighting Frieza.
Yep, freeze on Namek, so it's still good, still pretty good.
I think
But
I think Goku's about to appear, if not already.
I think Goku's almost back
Yeah,
again.
again.
Goku frequently leaves to get milk from the store.
He's not that bad.
He's a terrible absentee father.
Oh,
Uh,
yes.
yeah,
Well,
but
he's there with his
uh,
son now.
yeah, yeah, I guess. But yep, you can also find us at facebook.com/who's the anime, where we post the latest episode releases and the occasional anime meme. We have a Discord channel. You can find a link to that in the show notes. And we have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/at who's the anime, where Colin painstakingly puts together the video versions of these episodes. And if you like to listen to your podcasts on YouTube, you can, because the RSS feeds for both Who's the Anime and 5 Minute Fusion can be found there. And that's us.
Yeah, what is us? That's us, Steve.
That's yeah. This is much easier and cheaper to do. So we could just get like a static image of you and I holding our hands above our faces.
Yeah,
I'm not even sure. Hopefully, this is actually. It's still audible. Hopefully, I am aware I'm covering my mouth. So
I think it is. It's like your echo chamber though. Echo, echo,
echo.
echo, 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 echo.
Well, we'll be back next time.
Yep, next time. Well, see you later, folks. Have a good time.
Bye.
Bye.